Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are looking at a truly unique piece of source material. We're going to objectively break down a fascinating lecture that connects two things you probably never thought belonged in the same sentence: the sociological role of our elders and futuristic quantum technological advancements. It's a huge conceptual bridge, so let's jump right in and see how these ideas interlock. Now, you might be wondering, can the wise words of our elders actually generate a real, tangible quantum energy that powers the technology of the future? I know it sounds like a massive conceptual leap. How exactly do we get from a grandfather's advice to quantum fuel? But stick with me here. Today, we're exploring exactly how the source material links the right, principled words of our elders and their vital role in society directly to the energy that could literally fuel our future. To wrap our heads around this unique worldview, we're going to follow the speaker's exact roadmap. We'll start with the absence of true adults, move into the concepts of Hongik Ingon and societal parents, look at their specific discipline, explore that quantum energy created by words, check out the resulting quantum tech leaps, and finally discuss the 2026 inflection point. Okay, Section 1, the absence of true adults, a society losing its guides. The speaker starts by drawing a really sharp line between simply getting old and actually being an elder. They define an aging person as someone who just accumulates years without any renewed purpose or education. But a true elder, that's someone who steps up to a very concrete, active role for the sake of their descendants. We're talking about actively guiding society, establishing moral order, and offering profound wisdom. It's an essential shift from passive aging to incredibly purposeful leadership for the next generation. So how do we fix the chaos in society right now? The lecture proposes completely fundamentally transforming current senior citizen groups. Instead of viewing these places as just somewhere to pass the time, they need to become active, highly educated councils. The source says we actually need to drop those outdated senior citizen labels for titles that command real respect. Why? Because it's only through the continuous education and the principled, wise words of these structured elder councils that we can establish social order and keep society from falling into total chaos. Moving on to Section 2, Hongik Ingon and societal parents, embracing the collective. This brings us to a really profound concept introduced in the text: societal parents. The core idea here is that a true elder's job doesn't just stop when their biological kids grow up and move out. Instead, their sense of duty has to expand outward. They have to step into the world to embrace, manage, and actively guide the entire society. It's about taking on the role of harmonizing the upper, middle, and lower tiers of the population. They literally become the parents of the community. And the ultimate expression of this societal parent role is the Hongik Ingon. Now, this isn't just a label. Actually, scratch that. It's an entire profound life attitude. It refers to individuals who dedicate their lives entirely to the benefit of humanity. By embodying these selfless values, knowing how to offer profound words to heaven, and practically guiding our youth, these elders build up the immense inner strength that's absolutely crucial to lead society effectively. Section 3, discipline and martial arts, preparing the mind and body. Now, to project all this guidance effectively, these elders need a specific type of physical conditioning. The lecture references an adapted form of martial arts, kind of like a modified taekwondo, but the focus shifts completely away from aggressive, fast strikes. Instead, it's all about internal energy mastery. It involves meditative seated postures, controlling one's inner energy gently, and doing mindful standing exercises designed specifically to prevent the body from stiffening with age. It keeps them physically vital so they can deliver that resonant guidance. But while they're practicing this physical discipline, their mind is working just as hard. The elders have to internally recite a profound guiding mantra called Hongek Saying Do. Think of it as a conscious, total dedication of your life and actions to your neighbors, the broader society, the nation, and ultimately all of humanity. It is a complete alignment of mind, body, and societal purpose. The speaker emphasizes one central meditative question: what must I do for my neighbor? What must I do for society? And they make it clear that this isn't just some passing phase. Constantly asking this question is the rigorous, daily practice and the defining value system of these true elders, something they must do every single day until the very end of their lives. Which brings us to Section 4, quantum energy created by words, the metaphysical shift. Okay, here is where the narrative makes a fascinating pivot. The source makes a very explicit, very bold claim. The words spoken by these true adults actually emit a special quantum energy.
We aren't just talking about emotional inspiration here. The lecture asserts that the right, principled words of these disciplined Hangik Ingan elders literally generate a high-quality, measurable, physical quantum energy. The discipline, the specific mindset, and the vocalized wisdom all combine to create a distinct energetic output.
And it goes further. The text posits that this human-generated quantum energy literally overlaps with physical matter and the universe itself. Picture this. Even if an elder is sitting all alone in a grassy field, just speaking their wise words out loud into the seemingly empty air, the lecture says that energy spreads outwards. It interacts with the universe, injecting vital power and fundamentally charging society and the natural world around us.
Section 5. Quantum Tech and Energy Leaps, Fueling the Future.
So, how does this tie into technology? The lecture uses a super practical comparison to explain this leap. Right now, a traditional electric battery might take hours to charge just to get you maybe 500 kilometers. But a quantum battery of the future, that could charge in just 1 to 2 minutes and travel an absolutely massive 5,000 kilometers. It perfectly illustrates the monumental shift from our current, somewhat limited electronic era to a deeply advanced, superpowered quantum era. But here is the real crux of the source's argument. We can't get to this quantum technology era through cold science and engineering alone. To successfully integrate this powerful quantum energy into real-world, everyday products, we absolutely require the high-quality energy guidance of those Hangik Ingan leaders we just talked about. It demands individuals who possess the highest energetic mass, these highly disciplined elders, to step up, lead the charge, and stabilize this massive leap in human civilization.
Let's look at Section 6, the 2026 inflection point, Korea's role in the world. To put the importance of this into perspective, the speaker brings up some striking numbers. They assert that international efforts to reach this quantum era are going to waste massive amounts of time and money if they try to do it entirely alone. We're talking 15 to 30 years and 30 trillion in investments. But if global powers collaborate with the high-energy Hangik Ingan leaders, specifically those cultivated in Korea, that exact same technological leap can be knocked out in just 3 years, at a mere fraction of the cost. This leads right into the lecture's boldest prediction on the timeline. The speaker pinpoints the year 2026 as the definitive inflection point. This is the exact moment where we shift away from just extracting basic power from nature and enter a phase where advanced quantum technology and high-level social leadership finally merge. From 2027 onwards, the source envisions an entirely new societal and technological order, completely shaped by this unique blend of elder wisdom and quantum energy. Well, that brings us to the end of our explainer. We've journeyed all the way from the desperate need for societal parents to the literal mechanics of quantum batteries. Regardless of how you view the specific scientific claims, the source leaves us with a truly compelling thought. The deep responsibility we hold toward our society, our neighbors, and our future generations is totally undeniable. If our words, our discipline, and our intentions truly shape the fabric of tomorrow, we have to stop and ask ourselves, what kind of energy are you putting out into the world right now? Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive, and keep asking those big questions.